So for our creative element, we wanted to create a modified version of our RT that would try to learn from past explorations to make better guesses about where to randomly explore to find the goal. And we decided that we would assume in this case that if we have a map layout, that there are going to be places where users are going to likely put the goal and put the robot that are going to be fairly predictable. Now, it doesn't mean that it's always going to be this way, but in a lot of the tests that we did, we'd often put the robot and the goal far away from each other, separated by some obstacles, and often putting either or both of them in corners were common places that we would put it. So our modified version of RRT, each time RRT would run, it would randomly branch out until it finds the goal, and then would figure out what path it took to get there. And we would take each of the positions in the path and record them. And then next time RRT is ran, then we would make it more likely that those positions, just slightly more likely that those positions would be selected. And then kind of what we were getting at is that over time, paths that are common are going to become more and more likely to be selected in the first place. And if our board does not have a prevailing path that, like prevailing hotspot areas, like paths between A and B that happen, if every case is random, then we won't see that path develop, and it won't be, in theory, it won't be worse than RRT. As we ran tests on this, we found that there weren't really very many significant gains by taking this approach. And part of the reason for that is that our problem was too small. Like we would be talking about maybe cutting off a step or two, and we didn't really see very much improvement over RRT for what we saw. But it was an interesting idea, and something that we thought was good to explore, even though it didn't give us the results that we wanted.